The most stunning and iconic royal wedding dresses of all time. From fairytale princesses to modern monarchs, these royal wedding dresses have defined bridal fashion for generations. These stunning royal wedding dresses are more than just beautiful, they're historical treasures that showcase the intersection of fashion, love, and royalty, inspiring brides worldwide. Whether dripping in thousands of pearls or crafted from rare antique lace, each dress on this list represents a pivotal moment in royal and fashion history. Princess Marie Chantal of Greece, 1995. Valentino's ivory lace masterpiece required 25 seamstresses working 4,000 hours to complete. The dress incorporated 12 different types of lace from France, Italy, and Belgium in its intricate floral patterns. Marie Chantal's 4.5-meter train featured hand-embroidered motifs of her family crest and her husband's monogram. This extraordinarily detailed gown set a new standard for private royal weddings. Queen Mathilde of Belgium, 1999. The wedding of Prince Philippe, Duke of Brabant, and Mathilde Dieudecom Diacos took place on 4 December, 1999 in Brussels, Belgium. The wedding has been described as the social event of the decade within Belgium, and it was the last royal wedding of the second millennium. Mathilde's marriage turned her into the first Belgian-born woman in line to be queen of her country, and she made sure her wedding dress underlined her roots and her role as a consort in waiting. Mathilde had 2 weddings that day, a civil ceremony at Brussels Town Hall followed by a religious marriage at the Cathedral of Saint Michel and Saint Gudule. She chose to wear the same outfit for both. The bride appeared before the crowds that had gathered to cheer her on her way to the altar dressed all in white. Mathilde chose a full-length coat dress with statement collar and long, fitted sleeves. The center fastening, with its neat row of buttons, gave way to a full skirt that fanned into a long train. Beneath the coat dress was a fitted gown in the same shade of deep white. It was a classic design but, like the bride who wore it, it had hidden depths. Mathilde chose a Belgian designer for her wedding gown to underline her role as the first home-born consort her country would ever have. Édouard Vermeulen of the design house, Noten, created the gown, which was also the last major royal wedding dress of the 20th century. The bride borrowed an heirloom lace veil from her new mother-in-law, Queen Paola, to complete her wedding outfit. The vintage Brussels lace had belonged to the family of Italian-born Paola for decades. It was held in place by a tiara loaned to Mathilde by Queen Paola but which had first belonged to Queen Elizabeth of the Belgians, the great-grandmother of the royal groom, Philippe. Mathilde carried a rather large bouquet of white flowers and foliage. Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, 2002. Valentino Couture's high-collared lace gown featured hand-embroidered Dutch floral motifs in silver thread. The dress's modest neckline and long sleeves respected royal protocol while the fitted silhouette showcased Maxima's figure. She accessorized with the Stuart tiara containing diamonds worn by Queen Wilhelmina at her 1898 inauguration. This look successfully introduced Argentina-born Maxima to the Dutch public. Queen Letizia of Spain, 2004. Queen Letizia of Spain's wedding gown, worn for her 2004 marriage to King Felipe VI, was a masterpiece designed by Spanish couturier Manuel Pertegaz, notable for its intricate gold embroidery depicting the fleur-de-lis and ears of wheat, which are elements from the Prince of Asturias crest. The off-white silk dress featured long sleeves, a high-standing collar, a V-neck, and a 4.5-meter circular train. The estimated cost of £6 million or approximately $8 million making it one of the most expensive royal wedding dresses in history. Letizia wore the Prussian tiara, a diamond and platinum piece previously worn by her mother-in-law, Queen Sophia, on her own wedding day. She also wore diamond drop earrings, custom-made shoes by Pura Lopez, and a bouquet of apple and orange blossoms. Queen Mary of Denmark, 2004. Queen Mary of Denmark's 2004 wedding dress, designed by Anne Frank, was an ivory duchesse satin gown with a unique design featuring a scooped neckline, fitted bodice with long sleeves. He called the sleeves calla sleeves as they folded like calla lilies. A voluminous, flared skirt with unusual draperies and an 8-meter train. The skirt was lined with 31 meters of tulle and featured panels of Irish heirloom lace that opened from the hip, revealing subtle lace detailing at the hem. It is also believed that her late mother's wedding ring was stitched into the bodice near her heart, a detail Mary has not publicly confirmed. She wore an antique lace veil once worn by Crown Princess Margareta of Sweden. According to reports, Mary's dress may have cost around $76,000 to make. Though the dress is often regarded as one of the most iconic royal gowns of all time, Mary didn't consider herself a style icon in the early days. Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, 2011. Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen created this modern classic with lace appliques hand-cut from pieces of vintage lace. The dress's Victorian corset bodice and dramatic skirt paid homage to traditional royal style while feeling fresh. Kate's choice to include floral emblems from Commonwealth countries in the embroidery was a subtle diplomatic gesture. The Cartier halo tiara, loaned by Queen Elizabeth, connected her to royal history while maintaining a contemporary feel. Queen Jet Sun Pema of Bhutan, 2011. The Bhutanese queen's hand-woven kira incorporated traditional Buddhist symbols in its intricate patterns. The vibrant red and yellow silk took 3 years to create using ancient weaving techniques. Pema paired it with a rashu, scarf, passed down through generations of her family. This authentic look celebrated Bhutanese culture while introducing the young queen to the world. Princess Charlene of Monaco, 2011. The religious wedding ceremony of Prince Albert and Princess Charlene Wittstock took place on July 2, 2011. Charlene asked Giorgio Armani to design her wedding gown. Armani is both a family friend of the Grimaldis and Charlene's style mentor. Charlene had also been an Armani ambassador since 2007, wearing the latest of his designs and attending his fashion shows in Milan and Paris. And so, Mr. Giorgio designed a gorgeous off-white column gown in Duchess silk satin. The idea was a modern dress with no nostalgia or a sense of revival, probably both to avoid comparisons with Princess Grace and suit Charlene's taste. The gown itself folds out to a short, slim train in keeping with the silhouette. But the striking feature is the fully embroidered, 5-meter-long train that cascades from the crossover neckline. The slim silhouette was no surprise from Charlene, who has always liked simple, elegant lines, but the train and the embroidery gave the simple dress the grandness it needed for the wedding of the sovereign. It took 40,000 Swarovski crystals, 20,000 mother-of-pearl teardrops, and 30,000 gold stones to do the floral ramage embroidery on the gown, which flows like a chandelier from the top to the bottom of the gown to circle the shorter train as well as the trim of the longer train and its central section. The embroidery alone took 700 hours, but it was well worth it as the princess was shimmering under the afternoon sunlight at the open-air courtyard of the Palais Princier. Armani also designed another dress for the wedding. Charlene wore second dress for the evening reception for more comfortable Elie look. Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg, 2012. Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg and Grand Duchess Stephanie married in a civil ceremony at the Town Hall on the 19th of October, 2012. Their religious wedding took place on the 20th of October, 2012 at the Cathedral of Our Lady of Luxembourg. The bride wore a dress designed by Elie Saab. The gown is custom-made and was designed by Mr. Saab himself. Elie designed the new princess an A-line ivory gown with a little bit of mermaid skirt, but it's still a line. The gown has a boat neckline which gets lower by the back to show just a little bit of Stephanie's back, 3/4 lace sleeves, fitted bodice and a skirt that continues to make a 2.5 meters train. The whole gown is embroidered in silver thread, beads, and pearls, and the long veil didn't have a blusher. The tiara, made by jeweller Altonlow in Brussels many years ago for the Lannoy family, was also worn by all Princess Stephanie's sisters and sisters-in-law on their wedding days. The tiara is composed of 270 brilliant diamonds and set in platinum, and has leaf motifs, which really goes very well the embroidery on the gown. She also wore diamonds and pearl earrings and a necklace. Stephanie carried a bouquet created by House La Chaume, a Parisian florist. Princess Haja Hafiza of Brunei, 2012. This jewel-encrusted gown featured over 50 carats of diamonds sewn into its bodice and train. The dress's gold thread embroidery depicted traditional Bruneian floral motifs over layers of French lace. Hafiza wore multiple tiaras during her week-long celebrations, including a diamond and emerald parure gifted by her father. This display of Brunei's extraordinary wealth highlighted the Sultanate's unique royal traditions. Princess Sofia of Sweden, 2015. Ida Josted's sleek V-neck gown featured 4 types of French lace in its detachable train. The minimalist design surprised royal watchers expecting a more traditional look, but perfectly suited Sophia's fashion-forward style. She wore the Bernadotte tiara, a family heirloom recently reset with modern diamonds. This look signaled the Swedish monarchy's embrace of contemporary values. Crown Princess Elie of Albania, 2016. Crown Prince Lika of the Albanians married Ms. Elie Zoharia on October 8, 2016 at the Royal Palace of Tirana. After the wedding ceremony, a reception was held at the royal residence. For the ceremony, the new Crown Princess Elie wore a custom wedding gown designed by Kosovar designer Blarina Klokokirigova. The dress was a white satin gown with heavy embroidery over the bodice and hem and a long train. It also featured intricate lace detailing. While the material was described as somewhat shiny, the lace on top was particularly admired. She completed the look with the sapphire goat tiara. After changing into a lace gown for the reception, she changed back into her wedding gown for the ball. Princess Ekaterina of Hanover, 2017. Princess Ekaterina Molosheva's royal wedding dress, worn for her marriage to Ernst August, hereditary Prince of Hanover, in 2017, was an intricately beaded gown and veil designed by Lebanese designer Sandra Mansour. The dress was a traditional silhouette featuring a squared sweetheart neckline, long, Lego mutton sleeves, a fitted bodice, and a full ballgown skirt that flowed into a substantial train. Princess Charlotte Kaziraji, 2019. Giambattista Valli's romantic lace gown featured a high neckline and long sleeves reminiscent of her mother Princess Caroline's 1978 wedding dress. The airy tulle skirt floated beautifully in the Provençal breeze during the outdoor ceremony. Charlotte accessorized with the Bonaparte tiara, a family heirloom dating to Napoleon's era. This poetic look honored Monaco's royal history while feeling utterly modern. Princess Azima of Brunei, 2023. This ivory crystal-studded gown required 600 hours of hand beading by Brunei's royal dressmakers. The dress's sculptural bodice featured 3D floral appliques inspired by tropical orchids. Azima wore the diamond heart tiara containing a 25-carat center stone gifted by her stepmother Queen Salia. The look showcased Brunei's unique blend of Islamic modesty and extraordinary wealth. Sheikha Mea of UAE, 2023. Dubai and the United Arab Emirates witnessed a grand celebration on Saturday, the 27th of May, 2023, as Sheikha Mara and Sheikh Mana Al Maktoum tied the knot in a splendid wedding reception held at the Zabil Hall of the Dubai World Trade Center. Mara's wedding dress was a luxurious, Grecian-inspired, white gown designed by Filipino designer Ezra Santos and crafted by a team of over 50 people in just 7 days, adorned with thousands of Swarovski crystals and a 3-meter-long, flowing cape and veil. She complemented the dress with diamond jewelry, a diamond watch by Chopard, and left her long hair flowing, adorned with the embroidered veil. Princess Rajwa Al Hussein, 2023. Elie Saab's ethereal gown featured over 300 hours of hand embroidery in silver and white thread. The delicate lace sleeves and high neckline respected Jordanian traditions while the fitted silhouette felt contemporary. Rajwa's Fred jewelry tiara contained diamonds from Queen Rania's personal collection. This look successfully introduced Saudi-born Rajwa as Jordan's future queen. Why these dresses still captivate us? Royal wedding dresses occupy a unique space in our collective imagination. They represent the perfect intersection of fashion, history, and fantasy. Wearable works of art that capture specific moments in time. What makes these gowns so extraordinary isn't just their beauty or craftsmanship, but what they symbolize: hope, tradition, and the promise of a new era.